ji nipa adwuma ya we nipa na oni adwuma ya ya tu din ya so we useless eater nti na ne ba behwe saa side ho so na e dia ba ani nyina ne se enye se fiti prekopia ni ewuram we adwuma bi afidi age na bi yen konko free ase yakwa abako se mu a check playwright bi if when Carol Capek Carol Capek and coining the term robots check kase mu no kano robota ase ni say forced labor na ko plant bi 1920 asem na making
okay
okwa no se no hu se fidie eye ni pe ni ma we na so e forced labor pa e tinu se we ade we na beye e na obeya na beye enti odi beto ho anche e na je se edin no e be spread ya nya robots. Yeah, first picture.
Okay. The first picture of Edia Mabudi Dasono National Geographic, July 1997, Robot Revolution. My first picture into Somalia.
Enuni. Bukunili. Na ansama meka yedi nyina no. Obeka ha kakreya.
Okay. Okay.
Robot Revolution.
Okay. Me pacha buku na eda o picture no eda screen so a wo hwe no eno ena da manim ha ya me so me ba bekenkan na section bi 85 and offer page 85 no offer say me kenkan bibi kakra enfio na ye kenkan since the dawn of human ingenuity people have devised pacha me fabium since the dawn of human ingenuity people have devised ever more cunning tools to cope with work that is dangerous, boring, onerous, or just plain nasty. That compulsion has culminated in robotics, the science of conferring various human capabilities on machines. And if scientists have yet to create the mechanical sidekick of science fiction, they have begun to come close. As a result, the modern world is increasingly populated by quasi-intelligent gizmos whose presence we barely notice, but whose creeping ubiquity has removed much more drudgery. Our factories hum to the realm of robot assembly arms. Our banking is done at automated teller terminals that thank us with rote politeness for the transaction. Our shafts are dug by automated moles, and our nuclear accidents, such as those at 3 Mile Island and Conobel, are cleaned up by robotic markers fit to withstand radiation. Such is the scope of uses envisioned by Karel Capek, the Czech playwright who coined the term robot in 1920. The word robota means forced labor in Czech.
That's it. The Economists, and also 3rd November 2007. That we end the picture
okay. Okay. Anyway, robots, rise of the machines. Robots are great, but what happens when they start spying on you? That is a question. I say robots are great, but what happens when they start spying on you? Ever since Karel Capek a Czech playwright used the term in the early 1920s to describe artificial people. Robots have usually appeared in popular culture with human characteristics and made by big companies. There was the model B9 environmental control robot in Lost in Space. Rosie, the robot made in the Jesuits. C3PO in Star Wars, and the future Governor Schwarzenegger as the Terminator of a battle.
Enti yahu mfitiase the other term no ba ya ene abeji hini wo enipa abrabo. Ene ya robots ya creating robots for various jobs. Ebi automated bank tellers. First nipa ene kan sika me kan say itu sa ma shop edru Monday ya na only small commercial bank commercial and just who communia mai for the answer me kan but me ni bi home nti ko na so la no ha o ya no hu a no a yesi kakra nti du so a na just so akọ o din so be ye sa ansana automated machine ba ya and you gun mar na chese bibia ni a na akọ enti ene no ya robots for various jobs, varied jobs. Now your quark started in 1999. Pictures. Okay. Barbershop. Okay. In the next picture, pictures in summer na after they can
Okay. The next picture, a Weekly Spectator. 1st May 1999. Robots as surgeons. Mufasa picture into Sumaye.
Next picture.
Okay, the next picture no public agenda 7 July 23, 2003. Bank of Ghana justifies layoff of 1,000 staff. Mufa sa picture no to Sumaye.
We time na womakonya automated machine ni bia e kan sika. Nti tell us na Bank of Ghana womo kan sika we mu nyina kofi 1,000 mun kofi na mun ko. We 203. Next picture.
The next picture is the Mirror, 24th July 2004. Robots to work in libraries. Over that picture into Somalia. Hey, libraries in Iran. Grow.
Next picture.
Okay. Next picture the Mirror, 25th March 2006. Aging Japanese build robots to look after elderly. Mufa sapit and into Somalia.
Japan, Mandia, almost face problem. The problem almost facing is say, I'm paying for adults in Chankwala.
Okay.
One more elderly Japanese than young Japanese. In Tianintino. Ama kwakwa is a house help news anya ma no hoide eni nti no mo astati eyeye move na beje di say ubenya Japan one more me over 100 years no population ni asat to 36,276 Japanese were already 100 and above almost estimate say by 2050, so trend no cost sa enipo manya over 100 no ebeko be 1 million. Nti ene o mo sati eye de o mu because o mu China one child policy ba yinti no ene no elderly o mu face problem. Mpanyimfo doso achen nkwala. The Japanese woman, I want to do a lie. In nature, say, the Ato Japan, and we have been to almost. Okay, Yanima. Now, The Economist, 3rd November 2007, robot cars challenge
Mipato mofa sa picture nento somaye.
No, cast okay. Robots.
Okay.
And also a buy.
Okay.
Next picture.
The Mirror, 10th November 2007. The Machine Race. Move to Somaye.
So yeah, robotics, you know. This now you be one idea. I'm not himself. Once when you be oh yeah. Into
okay.
Next picture.
The Spectator, 12th April 2008. Robots to do the work of 3.5 million people. Move on to Somalia. 3.5 million people.
That was 2.8 and a buy.
Yo, offended that's no.
Next picture.
Graphic showbiz, 30th June to 2nd July 2014. Meet the world's first robot TV presenters. Move us a picture into Somalia. And yeah, presenters in Yanamunya radio now. Next picture here. New Crusading Guide, 16 July 2015. Hotel staffed entirely by robots unveiled in Japan. Move us a picture into Somalia. Because I cut across the beer. From the beer. Yo.
Next picture
here. Daily Graphic, 12th April 2017. Self-driving cars dream. Reality or futuristic. Move us a picture into Somalia.
Next picture
no Daily Graphic, 9th May 2018. Can newsroom benefit from artificial intelligence? And your question. Move us a picture into Sumai.
Yes. Okay. Next picture.
Daily Guide, 10th November 2018. China unveils AI news presenter. Move us a picture into Sumai.
The China phones were presented
AI presenter. Yo.
I'm not sure news presenter. Next picture.
Gold Street Business, 10th July 2018. Daimler bought to deploy self-driving taxis in US. Mufasa picture into Somalia.
Next picture.
Daily Graphic, 23rd August 2019. Artificial intelligence to take over customer interaction by 2020. FBN Bank MD predicts. Mufasa picture into
Somalia. Yo. When they can say by 2020. And all reception. Can I help you? Artificial intelligence. Oh no, be watch your baby. Next picture.
Daily Graphic, 3rd October 2019. Discovering a game changer. Robotic process automation. Mufasa picture into Somalia.
There will be any drones. You know.
We are discovering a game changer. Robotic process automation. Daily Graphic, 3rd October 2019. Another picture. Okay.
Okay.
See you.
Into society, we the best ba number ba.
Okay.
Yanko for first video.
Okay.
There can no. Who say robots have varied duties. Ebi reception aduma, ebi can use, ebi the library. How much teaching? Into your first video. The economists invited Nibam Yunu, where you are Harari, and Mustafa Suleiman any bisa say it is say by 2028 again you video.
First video no abodi adaso no AI and our future with Yuval Harari and Mustafa Suleiman. Mufasa video no engumai.
Noah Harari and entrepreneur Mustafa Suleiman are two of the most important voices in the increasingly contentious debate over AI. The Economist got them together to discuss how humanity should deal with the risks and opportunities of this technological revolution.
This is a moment when we collectively in the West have to establish our values and stand behind them.
Yuval Noah Harari, welcome. You are a best-selling author, historian. Thank you for joining us.
It's good to be here.
Mustafa Suleiman, wonderful that you can join us too. You're a friend of The Economist, a fellow director on The Economist board. You were a co-founder of DeepMind. You're now a co-founder and CEO of Inflection AI. So let's take 5 years. 2028. What does the world look like?
In the next 5 years, the frontier model companies, those of us at the very cutting edge who are training the very largest AI models, are going to train models that are over 1,000 times larger than what you currently see today in GPT-4. Instead of just generate new text in a one shot, the model will be able to generate a sequence of actions over time. And I think that that's really the character of AI that we'll see in the next 5 years. Artificial capable AIs. AIs that can't just say things, they can also do things.
But what does that actually mean in practice? Just use your imagination. Tell me what my life will be like in 2028.
It will be able to make phone calls to other humans to negotiate. It will be able to call other AIs in order to establish the right sequence in a supply chain, for example. And of course, it will learn to use APIs, application programming interfaces, so other websites or other knowledge bases or other information stores. And so, you know, the world is your oyster. You could imagine that being applied to many, many different parts of our economy.
So Yuval, a man who doesn't use a smartphone very much, you listen to this. Does this fill you with horror, and do you agree with it?
I would take it very seriously. I don't know. I'm not coming from within the industry, so I cannot comment on how likely it is to happen. But when I hear this as a historian, for me, what we just heard, this is the end of human history. Not the end of history, the end of human-dominated history. History will continue with somebody else in control. Because what we just heard is basically Mustafa telling us that in 5 years, there'll be a technology that can make decisions independently and that can create new ideas independently. This is the first time in history we confronted something like this.
Abusia sabiri wani guso a wo hwe Wake Up Africa Jumedia video a me ne ko hwe ba ye ofa say yen hwe na Yuval Noah Harari na Mustafa na omukasa yi na sampanyifo mienu we aya me hwe omo na makuma pem makuma ebo na kese omukasa ehu pa especially Yuval Noah Harari no sakwa no okasa otise ase sebi ye yi ne nso no waye hwea saa na elite na gina tonoma enema a omudi gu akwa mu no ehu ose 2018 no yes a meeting we no say 5 years to come no ni ayebehu wiase ne se no omo ye robots ne niema emo no mbe decide ombe wiase ombe gine how we say wiase ne ko say wiase na nyame no mienu ye nipa nyame aboya odi wiase na say ensa say yetwe wiase ne so no enye na we say no wiase no ya hwe so biemu na ya kire ne baby say wiase ne ko biemu omo ye robots na eba be kire baby say wiase ne ko ene ma say esi say na say wiase ne ye eno na ye bisa Yuval Noah Mustafa ne kawie na ye bisa Yuval Noah na say o eno de otibi bi say ya na ne ho akese ne ho mu asore ne why in the there because say no e be kire say history there e be to aso na mum e meye nipa ho asem bi e meye nipa ho ade na yate na nipa ye say na ni dabi say e be te history foforo history be to aso na mum ne to aso ndie e be ye ade foforo kra nipa foforo the nipa ne robots eno e na Yuval Noah e ka kire ye say anu de me no mi ru de ɛnti na ɔmo sɛ yɛyɛ useless eaters yɛyɛ ho nni mfasoɔ biara nti yɛnku yɛn saa na Yuval Noah ɛka ɔfa ɛpakyɛw
Nedasi. Na sɛ Yuval Harari ɛne Suleiman ɛte okumade a your next video no yate your friend heart transplants yate sɛ transplants no yate tibia ba ma wadwini anasa wonti sɛ yɛka sɛ yɛyɛ head transplants robot aba system na bama ebi ana ohe wadwini mfanso asizi na mu a healthy body ɛna ebi nso ɔno na dwene no mfanso ɛna no nso a diseased body on transplant no na de any healthy body no wabenya healthy brain no de ni tinu ya de abesi ni tiri so na de yasa ye face transplant ye na nimu asa de abada ka new body new brain no na chezo hu na obenza we de abranti we ya woku ye no ana nimu a wo ye yes na fe we liku younger to say we go on that transformation no same way you hear second video.
The second video of say you no brain bridge, the first head transplant system. No just a video no mai.
Introducing Brain Bridge, the world's first revolutionary concept for a head transplant machine, which uses state-of-the-art robotics and artificial intelligence to conduct complete head and face transplantation procedures, ensuring smooth outcomes and faster recoveries. Because head transplants require high speed, precision, and efficiency, Brain Bridge utilizes advanced high-speed, high-precision robotic systems to speed up the process, eliminate human error, prevent brain cell degradation, and ensure seamless compatibility. The head transplant procedure involves removing a person's entire head containing the brain from their current diseased body and attaching it to the body of a healthy, young, brain-dead donor. Head transplants could provide individuals with severe medical conditions such as terminal cancer, paralysis, spinal cord injuries, or neurodegenerative diseases the opportunity to have a fully functional body while preserving their consciousness, memories, and cognitive abilities. The neurons are the longest-lasting functional cells in the human body, and according to our estimates, the brain is capable of lasting several hundred years provided that the rest of the body remains young. The Brain Bridge concept involves the use of the integrated robotics platform comprised of the two autonomous surgical robots, designed to perform simultaneous surgeries on two bodies side by side within a single setup. The complete robotization of the process allows for the surgery to be performed in an environment with varying temperature and pressure. The procedure begins by preparing the donor and recipient bodies. The donor is a brain-dead patient who has a functional body with vital organs in good condition, while the recipient is the patient whose head will be transplanted onto the new body. General anesthesia is administered to both the recipient and the donor. Both patients undergo tracheotomy, with a tube inserted into the trachea to provide respiratory support and facilitate mechanical ventilation. Our proprietary artificial plasma solution is administered to both the recipient and the donor. This solution is designed to keep the brain and body oxygenated, prevent clotting, and allow for safe operation at low temperatures. The recipient's head and the donor body are cooled to approximately 5 degrees Celsius to reduce potential brain damage during the detachment. Guided by advanced real-time molecular-level imaging systems, Brain Bridge carefully separates the heads from the two bodies with the help of a specialized surgical technique that preserves the spinal cord and key blood vessels. Deep incisions are carefully made around the neck to expose the necessary structures, including the carotid and vertebral arteries, jugular veins, and spine. With the help of specialized AI algorithms, BrainBridge tracks both muscles and nerves during surgery to facilitate seamless reattachment. Next, incisions are made in the trachea, esophagus, veins, and arteries. The blood is then completely drained from the recipient's head to prevent clotting. The recipient's head is then positioned adjacent to the donated body using a mobile platform. BrainBridge immediately connects the detached head to the circulatory system of the donor body, which helps maintain blood flow during the rest of the procedure. It also re-warms the recipient's head and provides it with oxygenated blood. With the help of its ultra-precision surgical instruments, BrainBridge begins reconnecting the spinal cord, esophagus, trachea, nerves, blood vessels, and other tissues. This step facilitates communication between the brain and the new body. The machine utilizes microsurgery techniques and delicate microscopic adjustments to ensure the proper alignment and fusion of the spinal cord and other tissues. To help reconnect the severed neurons, BrainBridge uses a proprietary chemical adhesive, polyethylene glycol, which is applied locally to the spine at the point of fusion. Once the spinal cord is connected, a specialized implant is placed in the epidural space behind the spine over the point of fusion. This implant promotes the repair of damaged neurons and allows the patient's brain to form neural connections with the new body and ensures that the sensory system is restored. It also functions as a temporary backup control device for the donor body. The next step of the operation is a face and scalp transplant where all the muscles, soft tissues, and skin are removed from the recipient's face. The donor's face, muscles, and soft tissues are then precisely transplanted in their place. By transplanting younger donor tissues, the procedure reduces the probability of tissue rejection and offers potential for aesthetic enhancement, particularly in cases where the donor is significantly younger than the recipient. It also restores functionality and structural integrity to the recipient's face and rejuvenates its appearance. BrainBridge then carefully sutures the skin to conceal the complex rewiring beneath the surface. The skin is then treated with a special spray that contains growth factors, anti-fibrotics, and antibiotics. This spray promotes faster skin healing, prevents infections, and reduces scarring in the sutured area. Finally, immunosuppressive drugs are administered to prevent the recipient's immune system from rejecting the donor body. After the surgery, the recipient is carefully monitored in an intensive care unit and is kept in a coma for up to 4 weeks to prevent movement or misalignment of the connected body parts. During this time, the head, neck, and spine are firmly stabilized to optimize the fusion of the spinal cord. Life support systems are utilized to regulate breathing and circulation, while nutrition is delivered through a jejunostomy feeding tube. Gradually, the recipient's brain should regain control over the new body. As the recovery process advances and the patient regains mobility, there will be a need for extensive rehabilitation, physical therapy, and psychological support to help the recipient adapt to their new body and regain motor functions. BrainBridge Headband, which is equipped with a brain-computer interface, will allow the patient to communicate their needs during recovery. Thanks to the power of thought, the headband decodes brainwaves and turns them into text or speech. It could allow the patient to control other devices directly from their brain, granting them the autonomy to execute specific tasks independently throughout their recovery journey. Because of the complexity and unexpected challenges of the head transplant procedure, self-learning algorithms allow BrainBridge to avoid errors and adapt surgical plans in real time, depending on the surgery's needs. It can also improve its capabilities over time by learning from previous surgeries. Learning algorithms can recall past procedures and outcomes to continually refine and enhance surgical techniques and post-operative care. While the surgery is being conducted, the BrainBridge algorithm creates a personalized recovery plan, depending on the progress of the procedure and the needs of the patient. To maximize compatibility and ensure seamless integration, we collaborate with the top experts in generative artificial intelligence, brain-to-computer interfaces, and robotics, with multiple successful projects and hundreds of high-profile peer-reviewed research papers. Over the past few years, we developed the end-to-end approach, which accounts for every single detail, including immune compatibility, brain-body connectivity, replacement of the visual and olfactory systems, and post-operative rehabilitation. BrainBridge, breathing life into new bodies, one head at a time.
Abusia Sabri Wake Up Africa and na wo hwe na ha and na obehu saa ne ye hu nyina enne video a ofama ye hwe ye ofadika a kirem se ye twa obi a ne ti na adwene ye adwuma na adwene no enti enya nkekan ye bia akosi obi a ono nipadua no enya nkekan ye nipadua no wa hoden kama nanso ne ti ne na adwene no enya ohaw kakra no ye yi saa ne ti na fiso na esanse nipadua no wa hoden ti ne akoyi obi a ono ne nipadua no wo haw nanso ne ti ne na adwene ne de wa hoden kama ye yi saa ti na ye de akosi nipadua na wa hoden ne so na ye yi ono we su de na ba eno ahudwumadie na afama ye hwe yi na obi kan say obi bonwum bi Jay-Z I say we forever be young na get say anu o sika dia na on pese obi wudi a machines aba obetimi aye young forever ungu say ye hwe na unipadua no wa hoden a na uti ane a wakoye transplant wapo obi a oye yi na amaya ma uti sika na ya ma na uye we a se we nipa biem ti se miamisi ye ya wa because ni omo ye tese say anu ni on pese omo tie nyina so omo be nipa foforo omo yusi nipa dua na ene honam akwa na nyame abono through anu no omo betimi asesa ne mama forever no omo de yusi omo ye nipa foforo sanse no omo ye bi say ani omo study tissue how our nim dia no say sisa wa adwini ni wi a se wanim dia no ye yi na omo ye na omo de befsi o na omo ye ma ye wankasa no ma ani nyina se de omo so omo ye ni nyina how our ni vision ani ade na se akwa de unya no wie kwa na omo wo ne ma wo ye sa go through transplant ni wi a afei wo ne ma adwini ni betimi aye kura no etimi konkan chain seniana avaye dion we en ofa amaye ahwe binu mienu na yenko fa ho na ofa ento asomaye
yo afei robots bi o so a if we flying robots we din ba kon so ni drones drones won so ye enyuma ahodo bebre ebunu ye de nyoma sma wo mu eko the remotest part of countries to say bia na clinic kitwe bi o baby if you baby a hospital kase bi wa on benya ne man ne de ama robots drone or the record CCR. So na your drones are trap pictures, aerial pictures, and look at the Ghana say functions be about a year film any man who say or nam so no boami aerial photos nina and any so na be drones also a weapon of war or spy. The people be so ya the bomb be shane ho odu ba bi asi ko drop o ha odu ho no one akwa drop and the one we do say picture to us me dey
because our picture to us me daily graphic 3rd October 2016 drones powerful innovation problematic to regulate sa picture no fan to so my
and that's next picture
Daily Guide, 27th July 2018. GHS to use drones to supply medicines. Ghana Health Service to use drones to supply medicines. Mufasa picture into Sumai.
Next picture.
The Economist, 3rd November 2007. The fly is a spy. Mufasa picture into Sumai.
Drone, right? It's a fly, and so know the information and the echo baby or the echo. Next picture.
New Crusading Guide, 7th February 2013. CIA operating drone base in Saudi Arabia. US media review. Over that picture into Somalia.
Next picture. Hey, train. The year 4th Industrial Revolution, Muno. Class up. I mean, who say agenda me merging enipa ene na mfidie. Na sa process yi be na me through book bi a ɔka ho asɛm sɛ dehumanization process no ɛna aduru so to dehumanize ɛkyerɛ sɛ deprive human values in a person by adding things here there. And the first time a nipa ehwe ase ni trabas bi o hodo mo a me fa se bi ntwam ubekọ na say ya ye nkwan ye di aboa bi waste e na di aye nkwan no nti to aduane na ato na bibiri a ni ati bi ama na wo di aka no aka fra na wudi se ne nipa etimi ahwe ase wo le bi koto ni fufu ato na bibiri mami eti eyi bi no di go ni so ko no ko di aduane no gyina ho ade na me ba ha madidi atem o si de bi na krachi ade ento hwanya fufu sei enam sei ehun bibi
na gaze sa
ni esa ngo ni ka ni pa so ase e afu di eye enti benami asemo kan dehumanization ni over the next picture.
The next picture here, dehumanization, artificial intelligence technology, and the final onslaught of the dominion of deception. Benami, that's a picture to Sumaye. Na yeje.
Enti you for mine.
Okay.
Enti say ni pedua ya the implants be show brains ya the chip be show under your skin and I say bubble biometric bracelets enti baby a wo for bia no say ni problem why a cyborg enti obi tinche obetimi a monitor baby a wo free baby a wo ko any dia wo kwa ko nyina eno na class up no fu say yedi baby ase sanya yebetumi ohun baby obi eko. Next picture no the economics May 25th to 31st 2002 the future of mind control. Mo fa picture no to so mai. Okay, next picture
the economist September 29th 2007 learning to live with big brother. Mufasa picture no to so my
big brother 1984 book no do we try no yes ni mo bia thoughts we ni bia dwene ba bia wo she bia enti no enu bi ni we create but this time no ya the commerce any nema making and the be track ye hu ba bia we dey any nam any ba bia wo ko. Next picture
Daily Graphic 27th February 2019 artificial intelligence AI narrowing the gap between human and machine. Mufasa picture no to Sumaye.
Engineer no dey ya merge enipa with machine say no we nipa bim ya devalue human values no without the support of machine no intimi nye dey esa wo ye enti picture no mai
yes, MCR, but your picture no Mayo. Daily Graphic, artificial intelligence, AI narrowing the gap between human and machine. Mufasa picture no ento sumaye.
Okay. Yanko next picture.
Okay. The next picture no here. AI is enabling Okay. AI is enabling technology for the coming global surveillance state. You will be watched by artificial intelligence. Mufasa picture no eto somaye.
Na no we be the video.
Okay.
But ansano obeko next picture.
The next picture no Japanese researchers create mind reading AI that can transcribe a person's thought. Mufasa picture no to Sumaye.
Inti machine aba o ti e dia o dwene no one bit with the AI intelligence at who say we do so do your kagari. Now one casa with the room near and and so machine will beat me. Now you compare your third video and yet the mechanic say your best friend after winning your better. Into the next video, no say.
I say the fourth industrial revolution is a reality. Munjangu Maye.
Where a class swap in Pempensua, only the Great Reset. Ebabidu. A year the fourth industrial revolution. You go to a class swap.
Okay.
Since he launched the World Economic Forum 50 years ago, Klaus Schwab has vowed to enact stakeholder capitalism. What, therefore, makes this decade different?
Artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, cloud computing, advanced robotics, and many others. The fourth industrial revolution has become a reality.
In 2017, Klaus Schwab published this book.
And with my book, I coined the notion of the fourth industrial revolution,
describing how the economy will become disrupted by artificial intelligence.
It's coming like a tsunami. It will be overwhelming to see how fast the change will happen in an exponential speed, like the Internet of Things, of course drones, robots, artificial intelligence. This technological revolution changes how we consume, how we produce, how we organize our supply chain. It changes us. Just think of sensors planted into our brains.
And the reason why Klaus Schwab is excited? AI is about to take our jobs.
I'm convinced that we will destroy, unfortunately, a lot of employment. Just think of self-guided cars and all the drivers losing their jobs.
Steering wheel's moving, seatbelts fastened, no one's behind the wheel.
Imagine a huge Amazon blimp floating in the sky that can send delivery drones out all across the city.
Our life in 10 years from now will be completely different, and who masters those technologies will be the master of the world.
Abusia sabri yakoshe video no aba na video a ofase ye hwe ye Klaus Schwab ne kasa. Klaus Schwab papa we de ofada woman tin minu mienu enei wa hwe program media ye bo Klaus Schwab de wonim nipa a woye na ono na okasa na otre say eye industrial revolution eye ade bi a o mahyehyɛ a eba no se ne ba na eba no enye se eye agro so eba American tentem so yempew ebesesa ewiase abiye ni abrabo ayebo nyina sansere no omode robots AI drones akwanya titepo na mu bibia tese area bia abrabo mu asitire mu abiye bia no omahwe se yebenya eho artificial intelligence edenya eho robots edenya eho enema eye revolution industrial revolution no yebenya ho nema ebehwe na disadwuma internet de nipa ban wasitire mu ade yare de omahwe se kwan bia so no omosesa no eno ne video a yekohwe over
na yeah pictures in the can say AI enabling technology eno na ebe bua me anya global surveillance states. Ya baby abeko bia de obi bia no ebehu ni ahweso. The next video no e ka bibia ti sa say one day we da cruise ho a baby a wo bia no hwe mu a hwe wo eye machine say you connect so you dey one day no you how you have been surveyed. The next video.
The next video no, you're tracking your every move. Move faster video no emummaye. I just say your phone you kura u TV a wo share media social media platform ni be bia just say yo and yeah move mummaye ni ehwe.
Back now at 7.
7:39 with the question, is privacy dead? We've seen a lot in the news lately about how much the government is able to track the data of Americans. Could be phone records, emails, license plates. Well, add to that all the ways private companies can access your information. So we wondered, how much do we give up about ourselves in just one ordinary day? We decided to find out. It's happening right now. You're being watched. Online, on the street, every step recorded, every click tracked.
We absolutely live in a surveillance society. There are all these digital trails we leave behind everywhere.
From the moment we rise to the time we climb into bed, those digital trails are being collected, analyzed, and in some cases sold without our knowledge. NBC News producer Robin Olkers agreed to let us follow him for one day, a glimpse at his daily routine, a day in the life of his privacy, or lack thereof. Robin starts his morning simply enough. Like most of us, he surfs the internet and logs on to Facebook to interact with friends. And just like that, he's on the digital grid.
Facebook has tons of information about us. They often know where we are. They also share a lot of that information with other sites across the web.
From there, Robin goes for a morning run and uses an app on his smartphone to help monitor his pace and his distance. A digital cloud begins to follow him.
Your mobile phone is basically a tracking device, taking information about where you are and sending it to lots and lots of companies. The camera's all over while we're driving. Police systems, governments, they're tracking the make and model of the car, that are looking at the license plate.
Robin's car is outfitted with a mapping service. His speed and his location is tracked all the way to the train station, where a swipe of his monthly train ticket logs the time of entry.
He's supposed to get while boarding the train. I talked to him like an hour ago. He said we'll talk later.
When he makes his first phone call, the phone company knows where he is. As we also know from the revelations about the NSA, we know that the government knows where he is, and we know the numbers that he called.
To get to work at NBC, Robin walks through several New York City streets, and a huge network of video surveillance cameras take notice. Some of that video is beamed out over the internet.
You walk through Times Square and you're basically on video everywhere.
Robin officially scans in when he arrives at work, logs into the network, browsing the internet and sending off emails. Both activities can be traced.
The company not only can see it, but they probably store that. They probably store it for legal reasons for a long period of time.
Robin buys his daily cup of coffee at a local Starbucks and uses his loyalty card when making the purchase.
You use a loyalty card, they know what you buy, they know when you buy it, they know you like coffee at 9:15.
Through the course of his day, security cameras record him throughout the building.
Your company knows where you are all the time.
He makes a couple of updates to his social media accounts. These accounts, experts say, hold the keys to a wealth of our personal information.
I found some pictures of him from college. I found his beer league softball photographs. I found pictures of his kids. They're quite attractive. I found out where he likes to vacation.
At home, after a day at work, he settles in for a movie with his kids. And yes, you guessed it, even his viewing habits can be traced.
Netflix is storing the information about everything you watch. Your cable box knows what channels you watch. It knows when you watch them.
24 hours, countless ways to track our every move. 24 hours, countless ways to track our every move.
So when you feed you Wake Up Africa Jumedia, now what's it one offer and I'm a video I will say me no ye sorry fit ye kete so a anopa no ye be kwakọ ne nam ye koye nyuma so ne ye bia ye be kwakọ ye asamba du ye fi enwumre a ye ba beda no offer kire yen eniema enewi ase no kwan o ma fa so a he bibia wo ye bia no omani di akiri enti o sare ye no wo nipadua no o fa wo phone na no wo do nipadua kire omo se masori o mi na minie o se asia o tu ana mo ko du adwum emu anu aso laptop mi na minie wa be du adwum mu na do ho akire wo m o nam kwa mu a wo ko ni se wo drive a camera ni bo ko mi na mitimi ka mi ko adwum o ba bi a wo ko ni a wo ye bia no anei omo de sise egu akwam Ghana ba wo mi ada Roma digital identity waye bibia kama okodu hospital a ene yɛhu sɛ wakodu bank a yɛnim sɛ wowɔ bank enti video no kyerɛ wo sɛ wosɔre a dakoro pɛ sɛ anka ɔmo se ɔmo ma wahu dakoro no kwan a ɔmo fa so a ɔmo hu nneɛma a woyɛ nyinaa ka wabɛhu sɛ saa wonam hɔ no kyerɛ sɛ wadan so wonam gu abɔnten ɔfɛ ma yɛhu nea ɛkɔ so a ɛnam no mmienu no nti no you have nowhere to hide about onua kaeɛ no ɛno ho video ɛna ɔfa ama me no mmienu yɛahwɛ no ɔfa pakyɛw
nti sɛ yɛhu deɛ robots ɛyɛ deɛ cameras ɛyɛ deɛ a afei ne yɛduru baabi a yɛka sɛ yɛkɔ yɛnim no robots ɛyɛ sophisticated no na afei enipa enuma ɛbɛbɔ yɛn already no plan wɔ hɔ no sɛ 90% of enipa a wɔn yɛ enuma no wɔn bɛyɛ unemployed ɛnfa last video yɛwi a ne kwaku abɛm
yo last video no robots the global plan for 90% unemployment sorry robots the global plan for 90% unemployment we any video amunye mu man na yenhwe na ansa mbegye gumu no video we kyerɛ wo ama wahu sɛ afa security kura no security service kura no bibi na be ko fie kyerɛ sɛ ɔmunyu mu amoyɛ no sɛ ayi na ɛyɛ security robots ni ade cameras ni yɛ mom eti yɛ nipa ba ko pa a obetimi ahwɛ bibia mo maka nyina mbekɔ fie
saa na tie
yo munja video no mu man
I think the development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race.
I have a question, a very serious question for each of you today. And that is this: do you believe that your job is exempt from being replaced by a robot? I've been really concerned about the advances with technology in the area of robotics and automation. We've got people like Elon Musk of Tesla, Bill Gates of Microsoft, and Stephen Hawking all warning that AI and robotics could very well end humanity as we know it. There is a real serious concern that almost all of the jobs in our country and across the world will be replaced by robots and will lead to civil unrest because no one will be able to find a job. So I want to give you a few examples of where robots are making headway today, because I know a lot of you are out there and think like my friend does, that robots will never impact your job. They'll never take away your job. They'll never impact your career. Well, here are just a few examples of some concerning developments in this technology. Yesterday on FoxNews.com, Robot Grocery Store gives high-tech upgrade to food shopping. This group in Iowa has developed these boxes, these miniature grocery stores where they can set up on a street corner, and there are absolutely zero workers at these stores. It's essentially an ATM for groceries. You just go up, punch in on the keypad or the touch screen the items you need, a conveyor belt rolls them out, and you swipe your card or your DHS required microchip implant under your skin, coming soon I'm sure, and there you have it. You leave and there's your groceries. No human workers involved. What about this one? A company called Sedasis has developed an anesthesiologist robot. So now when you go to have a procedure that requires you to be put to sleep, you'll no longer have a consultation with an anesthesiologist. You will have a robot that they roll in, hook up to the IV that the nurse has already put into your arm, and the robot takes over. Nighty-night, while the robot is in full control of your life at that point. We have Amazon, who is replacing workers left and right in their distribution centers with these Kiva robots that go out and pull the pods in to help fill orders. DARPA now has robots that they sit in front of TV screens, computer screens, force them to watch YouTube videos, which then allows the robot to learn anything that they watch. We have military generals warning about autonomous, fully armed robots and UAVs that will have the ability to decide whether or not to kill someone or to destroy a target without any human interaction. And the last one that is the most concerning I heard recently is, we've been focused on driverless technology, being concerned about personal liberty and the ability to travel. Well, I read an article just the other day about how Mercedes-Benz is developing the driverless technology for trucks, for 18-wheelers. Imagine how many jobs lost when truck drivers are no longer needed to transport goods across the country to the robotic grocery store. So what do we do about it? How do we change the course of this technocratic grid that's being deployed all around us? Well, it starts with one purchase at a time. Just as we have had so much success in the natural food and organic food movement, where now grocery stores and even McDonald's are losing money by selling the products that people don't want and are having to change because of consumer demand. Just as we've had success in those areas, we can have success here by supporting companies that actually employ humans and are not selling out human jobs to robots. Unless we begin to make sacrifices now in the choices we make, where we buy things, what we buy, how we buy them, we will sacrifice a little bit of convenience now to sacrifice all of our liberty later. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. I am Link Austin for the Next News Network. If you have not subscribed to the Next News Network and to my channel, Link Austin, please do so right now so that we can keep you updated on important stories like this one. I hope you'll let us know your thoughts on this report in the section below. It's a very important topic that we need to get people thinking about and talking about and realizing just how it could impact every single one of us if we don't alter the course that we're on right now. I am Link Austin for the Next News Network, signing off. Signing off.
Abusia sabi minu video yi ena yakoshe na video yi etre ama yahu se 90% unemployment minu yebehu no video no etre sabri obepeso yedum yebetwa ye ho ye ba yebeto aso
ho adacha kwama bia no a Christopher hotefo anase esoma wodoma hotefo ebenya de akwakodi ho anase edin ene wo nanso eni ho ese di padasani ebetu akowie ene onyankropon akotena democracy eyema bibifo anase enyema yen kwasi broni tim popa ene sentia wadi vaccination eba abibiman mu na family plan so mpo no enhye ben ana kwasi broni hyehyeye e wodi krom entia wodi etoa yen eba ne sen ana gay ati atese e wiase afana nyinara ene wese illuminati ene wese freemason ene wese sumwe ni nyinara ahyase firi he na broni timpo a wode sane ma we nyinara e ba no de ato abibima mu no ene sen we entram so hwe wake up Africa kwasiada we ni kwasiada bia awia dumienu ekopem awia no mienu live on Royal TV e adwumadi a ofa poku danko ye executive director edema freedom mind movement ene ofa Israel Nkrumah a ye coordinator edema freedom mind movement no
ebeka me Kofi Kumi ho
na yesim konya na madi dwumadi wo chiame na ensem bia tise no ye gina twekronkron so abakosem ene ntwere ahodro so na dia mo hu ba bia obibini ufiri enu mu a edro ene soma wosombo amabrofo sisi ache ebra so se call together twele kaye no etumi bam ne no ana hyase o freedom mind movement dwumadi afa se wake up Africa dwumadi so braso
na yetwa ye ho akwaba na dwumadi a wani guso a wo hwe wake up Africa mpepenso a yadu yi video a nafa ema ye hwe no ho asem na yeka video no kire unemployment a 90% unemployment eba beba ewiase isanse ye nyuma horo ayeye se ukọ banka nipa ewo ho a mo di djuma no ene kura no hwa anka first no ene ATM djumadi edi no nanka ye nipa na edi o but ene ATM agisa djuma no afie nipa nsem enche obekọ no tell us tete echire ho no ma oya na mo tu ma to details ni nema ene o mo ye be yi o mo nyina akofie agenti aisanse ye be ma o tip bi a tip no na be di sa adwuma nti ukọ a machine wo ho o de kire so a na nya nipa asem biem saa na obekọ hotels wo ho tese o ma ye machines a ene na ebe attend to nipa tese we ni nema yesisi ano o mo ye robot a sojani nia so de ni ntokwa aba bibi koso ye besoma ono onim time he so tutuo omu suo ni nyina e training robots a omu di sa adwuma ni nyina enti ofa video ma ye hwe no e kire se saa ne ma we nyina no omu ye ho adwuma nyina awie na afi omu gya ni nyina gu ye system ni mu a kakra no omu gusu jam gum kakra na ebi ne mpempen so a afi ni take over na kese about 90% of wiase nipa nyina beko unemployment. Can you imagine say wiase nipa nyina na only 10% pe e na wodwuma di na 90% ni dia yaka ye nyina gufie e chaos over
entumeduma no si na question mi bisa ne say de bi hwewu a enuma ben say ele munipa e be kofie oba de mi ahode a next week ye be hwe
yo that's over abusuan da wase say eye ofa say obisa question say aba ne say no wo fi a odwene say enuma ben e na omho beka enuma ben e na ho beka e bia wo fi a wadwuma a wo ye no oguso odwene ayewa dadwene say edwuma ben nyuma ben e na ho beka me bia madwuma na me ye na ye safe na ofa say oba de ya doma next week da sene obema wa hu enuma omho beka na Muguso eka wo say eye quantum spectacle we abedwaso Israel consort na kofaba na enye fediagro we eye spectacular unia radiation say ye ka say what ene o laptop we ni guso a wo hwe ni o phone ukọ adwuma mu a che say ene no radiation enkwa na tche ye ho ahia ha we eye quantum spectacular ebeboa ebe protect wani our radiation enu ati no say be wani no how bi problem bi ha we no ebe boa ma ahili wani no enti wo be sha du ba bi no abedu papa so bi no se biom isan say ebe hili wani no hili wani a na ehia say wo be se biom we aya Israel consort ena dia badwa so na yesra say obi a opese ne saka bi no ye the number ebe tudwa ha na fei ana reps ni nyina no wo be fa Israel na hihye bi e wo ho no na Israel ebe amamo okay yaka me say we no na 24th August ya cultural center ka okudi your national head office ho there will be an inauguration and a business seminar any business seminar two ni nyina no together and ebekoso ewo Kawukudi cultural center ho 24th August time no ebe 10 a.m. sharp jumadi we member nyina ewo freedom mind movement ikonim ha member nyina ewo freedom mind movement ikonim no na eto mpanyifo to nsa afresa member nyina ma no so oyoba obetimi akasa jumadi ho opese obabia akwanya wo ho nsikwan obetumi aba andwa na mewemu Kumase na wili medawase se andwa Kumase moje me fel so edu oba de nhirawo na onye okese na odwuma enkoso andwa bibia ye kama metia Kumase fo nyina nkoma ye di ye no momoden na adesua ene mpegya no enkoso minim se obeye na bibia aye kama maka ne say wie no ye betwa ye ho aba ye ba na ye de dwumadie ni aka no atoa wo so
achire no to nipa achire no di asase akwanu mana di asase
ayano krese heavy ho adachi akwama bia no a Christopher ahotefo anase esoma wodoma ahotefo ebenya de akwakodi ho anase edin ene wo nanso eni ho ehye dipa da sani ebetu akowiem ene onyankropon akotena democracy eyema bibifo anase enyema yen kwasi broni tim popa ene sentia wadi vaccination eba abibiman mu na family plan so mpo no ehye ben ana kwasi broni hye ye ewo krom entia wode etoa yen eba ne sen ana gay ati atese ewo wiase afana nyinara ene we se Illuminati ene we se Freemason ene we se sumwe mu ni nyinara ahyase firi he na obroni timpo a wode sa nyama we nyinara e ba no de ato abidima mu ene sen we entram se hwe Wake Up Africa kwasiada we ni kwasiada bia awia dumienu ekopem awia no mienu live on Royal TV eye adwumadi a ofa poku danko ye executive director edema Freedom Mind Movement ene ofa Israel Nkrumah a eye coordinator edema Freedom Mind Movement no
Ebeka me Kofi Kumi ho
na yesi konya na madi dwumadi wo chiame na ensem bia tise no ye gina twekron so abakosem ene ntwere ahodo so na ide mo hu ba bia obibini ufiri enu mu a eduro ene soma wo sombo na mabrofo sisi ache ebra so se call together twele kaye no etumi bam ne no ana hyase o Freedom Mind Movement dwumadi e fese Wake Up Africa dwumadi so praso se ye fa dwumadi live on Royal TV so kwasiada we ni kwasiada bia awia dumie no kopim no mienu na ya de wo so adwenche na wasemisa ye ano e de ma Wake Up Africa abibi mai mama yen sore.
You welcome to Ask Media Practical Institute, the best media school in Africa. Ask Media for media education.
Adisimama bidi the Dr. Amankwa Ajimai, many cover by the President Royal Image Group. Ask Media Practicals by in fear do in 10 good years. Esan say the main group no Royal Image Broadcasting Royal TV by na fe pepepe na Ask Media by na fear do enipa wa fa yensam ni de ya kasi ebodi a
adebechi wo share Wake Up Africa dwumadi e Royal Television so prem to be minim se wadi wakonya na ye twa ye ho aba na fe yabai na dwumadi no ye de ba besom ye koso aka wo se Wake Up Africa dwumadi sabri ye ko ofa Israel ho na fe ene nya ono so wono ode amaye Israel kuri ma kwa babiem joso bigidi sa ahoden osekru endra ye bofam endra ye bofam ko efikasim Royal TV efikasim mankasa amankwa fanboy sa endra ye kopie mu ho na enye easy kura na papa no ogba adwuma sania ofa eba adwuma etete yen no ono so afa media side no a oguso eba adwuma tete Ghana fo efe de kumase cross swap sa wagwa tiendra kopie mu wuli eko ye ni project ya kama ma bibia ye fan tiendra ni okumase good enko fo boa graduation no ebaso boa ebaso olokumi sa wuli what are they yeah that woman papa I'm school sa media me here to account ho sa to me kan bo pro me here to account ho me no koma am kwate mai mo to me asho mo kama sa really kumi offer yawo so offer kan no enipa nyina entumi enti dokanase ese wo mo a omo se ewiase no ebimudia afaya how awo Ghana ha say religion and politics adu ni ese so no amuo nipa anyaka entini ni ye fu hu a enyi and some of eking asati acho what me you bi ahwe 208 and of account wasam na yeah assembly say 208 okay no for the documents we say or the chair say robots ebe nipa adwuma ye 208 any yeah you say obi ye nyame nipa ni bi ko bible nko ni nyame nipa obi ka samoa atuwa mo na abamu a or prophet or your defocus here pa we 208 spectator 12 April yeah can say, a baby ba.
Yeah.
A nipa be render useless.
Yeah. I say we know me far. I say a robot to do the work of 3.5 million people. We a spectator. 12th April 2008.
How many years now?
Offer. And then at that time offer who say bibi ba. Papa we there. And I can say or a prophet.
They say
na any
let it be the man cry. Me nka
anunia. Anunia.
I say we
and I say that and my omo KPI is like dini and what yeah actually
we no letter
who he is
letter no ati share media ni
okay
o so dey ho
media ho menya media
say you put for we see a e ba assassinate wo who want to track us pew we dey can so
ya we dey can so say ya dey almost to list so ya target him say bring so
ya kata no 21st May ya kata no what are the boy no
na the brand so na we and ofanya krata say ya won panifo ko wi ase a assassination ya dey almost to assassination list so na let any by 20
Trump kan ho
I don't know I'm just dey na fan na so no
say go go do buado hey afa no we fa ma be for go papa no no ni pa
omi for go bit be that as every say e ti papa no mo jiri say o yi nipa say ni yi nipa yi
we say Trump dey say we say obo mo ni bi ya se pa o
ebi ni mo wi ase a o be hadwin enti no no what that assassination list
one man attempt on can fiko
enti
so this list so but I know you fifi no say covid no so mo press one fifi and go find assassination
bye afa I very intriguing ọmọ bóyá ká ní o ẹ̀yẹ́ afa
ẹ̀yẹ́ asẹ̀m kìtọ̀ o
ẹ̀yẹ́ ìzì ìbẹ́bí ẹ̀yẹ́ ìbí lọ
sẹ́ni tí ibi a ìbẹ́bí
tí fẹ́ yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ sọ lọ́sí bíyà ó kàn sẹ́sẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ ntoma rẹ̀ pí a we target
na nkanya sa nka YouTube anka omo ka kire ye se ye bi nkrofo ani nti no o ma block ye
e ka ya man ti block us koku papa mo ko de ni o wa ya ni no so o wo gba ya asema Africa no ebinum be fa me say ambem mobile phone of man was an uncle open paper but of building of your program no o be say enti sia no e be den abazo unless on be den yeah mobile phone buy obi kan ba gana say no na ye kase pa we for the mobitel abomwa kakra
ne ba yam
ana bla fema oboye mobile phone so no de ka me say mo fa GPS efashim ucha so dem o ko de wa gina ma o obifo a sha nko mo no me shame to say we dey save biem we don't be no you mun the town
global position
that is it
and the operating mobile phone the baby am ko akojina bia GPS no and the mount mi na wo ye nko receive nko
okay
njanu de and the power mobile phones na global position
and omunim ni o ma hihenti no ho kan o mo fa so a o mo ye no aje se no e ho na obeti wo ye dan a GPS na be ma sisi wo call ti menya call
me twe amafo adwe be say what we say it's word of prophet
I am more than
whether you like it or not.
Oh yeah, ancient men na atwa mu kɔ no.
Hwade almost 30 years no. We could share the keys the card we go hano every week.
Yeah.
Obi say no dey card that we say me there. On our cast we 4. You with cast don't get it.
Yo.
Until so by then, I'm say
obe me kasi e be den.
The other no. Otu no from. But there's a way out.
Definitely. Sure.
Yeah. I would say you can say one way be when sit down no. Of ene me client bia no my advice say be ya only ska betwe to hora over tank underground tank. One store water at the gun. Na fi no akoto machine bia asoni so. When you see if you hono what you feel government and so of a bench because I say the so can no e dey eba so life o party parliament
oh sure
o party parliament no wa be so e bye
yeah
we no bani o okasa sa 120 years
once you are under command ejumadi oba dey ahyew tie say wo dey oba odawuro
yeah
ni aka no de eye wo pa ajai ba ye
dan so no amafo nti no nsu no e
bye ba se tu
sa so na onuma yo okasa no nyina no ebi tie pa
oh yes sure
ebi fa pa so ufu so wala no kakra won mo a tubawo ana se your tank no store nsu ewom because yes we are saying no enye pa China for I'm going to say nsu no a master plan nche mi pa enye afara okọ we Kristo ni no na meka wasem krimoni no na meka wasem no me ka dia o mo plan no me ba ewiase a control mi pa yeah yes we are saying no of can say we ka bekra water asate we chiri for the water so be na boss omo ya die bi wo mo abete Ashanti region
okay
ana omo tu as a boho no be machine so ana man digital utilization no mo the card ama community no say open say obu so ni bia this okoto card no bi na store this card also this kind of obu so say sir obu so no Then how yeah when we go Western off because we go Western off I pray for them so we let's go when two is you because we say that's you if I don't know as a go na say when you see a session water we go there session water we see the man session water it's not call what you say is so I find you that time you know
Nene.
And soon I say the hateful I can't yet. The hateful I can't yet. Anna and then you put no session water. The coffee will be more session water. And a pipe will be crampono. I'm say chemicals will be crampono. And you're too much and you're harmful to our hearts. Na many people are no chakra. Minchakra. Yama a tree Friday at the Wimby. The book was so obey any kind of say, obey Ashahan. I will feel friend to my papa be near Koya back. Nana, Munda so. Nana, Moncasa.
Consignere Bamuman for
slavery in the Mukuno. Omaya, a family community. And no about the name of a body. Ghana government. Or not about fantasy. It didn't make a say money could do for free. Borio, what the message body? What a say money could be free. No, for the jail.
na ba ba ko hwepo do no bi o se ne wura ho se bo le fo body no se o wa at fro
enyina mi twa
oh yes if you look at Abeke minister wala danfo akoto body akoto ono kan say aduane abu da MPP aban de ne bu body nie ejem yes na me say amon for say asaba kan no amon for family serious asaba one mo yen kan ho dabi mosque yen kan ho ni ya sorry Africa South Africa nyane sa isu anu no na de card na ya de ba betonsu the first video me try there yo na me ba no me say Mr. Digital by Mia and I am on to be more so can do very no abrefo bi baba ba ye onfa asemo Mia abrefo bi baba ba ye say the pilots so we dia say e code ko Ghana yo MC Ampacho mo fa sa video no emu mai na abusuan nyina enya bi hwe na
se bande kita onema de papa ba wonua e na edi mutintin man enti ba na de obi ebo no but e ba na wo ka se e mofo na be ye no ama aye wanwan hu se okay na che se ene mafofo betime sisi e wo man mu enti si ana se un check obesi da check hu se sika na bi da so ana asasa
sesi e me pese me hu a me de me card ni shema e beba nsuo ni beba nti e ba obehu se on sa aka 2 series
e wo se won bie ya kra
aha adam 2 series me de na aka 2 series aha nti me buna na e kwa fe de aba 1 series
okay we free so no adum
we free so anu no me kwa fie ba na
me da obi aka ne se o we dem say ba omia san because se band digital ne ma de papa ba omia e na edi mutintin man enti ba na de obi ebo no but e ba na wo ka se e mofo na be ye no ama aye wanwan hu se okay na che se ene mafofo betime sisi e wo man mu enti si ana se un check obesi da check hu se sika na bi da so ana asasa
sesi e me pese me hu a me de me card ni shema e beba nsuo ni beba nti e ba obehu se on sa aka 2 series
e wo se won bie ya kra
aha adam 2 series me de na aka 2 series aha nti me buna na e kwa fe de aba 1 series
okay we free so no adum
we free so anu no me kwa fie ba na masan ba de ya hyem na mabu me wi a na matum won wie ye de a wo be ma na sisu se ya wo koba na wasan de ya hyem wo koba na de ya hyem
na me kwa da hu hia safi na wo be chinchima de na be se no bia wo de hyem na na nso na e ba de hia se ska wo so
anu wo de hyem ya na wubu wo koba na wubu enu ehu hia se wo chimchim ade ni nyina ubu bia na watum unwie dia wuyi card ni free anu ankasa best stop
obi beka say Ghana there sometimes that we say brain na boy na nso no see e be hwe so yi ama na chama ye no ya na edin wo beto say ubebu nso na obi de na ni abri chimade wo beto bi so sada
pacho omode ba ye de obi anya sada de se de obi anya abra aye fema ye nti ye mpese ye be ye fichiri asai no
okay na ye someone ka samo e ba no so ma gia tuma ya de papa de mamo
ya gia tuma ya de papa ma ya pa
yo na ye frozen
ya fra me Sarah
what na job ya che
pacho ani matina ha be mfie miensan
yo mama nja Sarah na ebu nso adafo no Sarah ene na twetwe enkomo na che se ye di nso ebu won mani age na so me pacho eye vice president Baumia his excellency ene de buy eye mofo bi company I can say ye magic systems omo ene besi nso de mom na kwa mo fa so se ne tifi ono ankasa ne ho no che se omo sika ne sam or credit nso ye from America tente ai broni adwuma no na omo ba abewini o se na be betimi akoso abu nso na hu hia se obechinchim tap na be se me pacho uti dwabe ha na onye hu hia me ka acho e me chinchim me se no with the shame na the hia se sika wo so nso beba etu with the shame na se nso ne match so sika na sa fa bi eguso adafo no pacho pa bebre na wo ha na ombedi dinkomo natural step company company aba ebe bo Ghana nyina omo nye scam obetimi afom na mbesi ndi omo nyina ne se upe sales girl upe driver ni upe bi no no aye adwuma obetimi na wafa omo numbers na wo screen so me pay adwuma de amount obetimi no mo so aye adwuma afin so mo pay hairdressers nipa mienu okita certificate anasa wonkita bia no so no be bo pay adwuma de amount accommodation e wo ho I for ikrum ba benya baby e de ada it for mo numbers na che so mo pay adwuma kama enfa amount ada for
sabri wake up Africa juma de ne wani giso a wo hwe na Israel okwa odibiba Israel okwa odibiba ene de nya Israel kofa breye ni dwabe ha ya Kumase we ni akiro Asante region Kumase ena sadi we ekoso ya ne kama ya lady ni kasa no ne ni age o si we eye kama efe ti say yenso nyina asai Ghana ha yenso nyina nso bia da efikire nso bia ubetimi asabi no won tono asai okay and then of adwuma bia ya di nyina kire say 90% of humans ebe cut off from adwuma enti wunya akatua okay enti na enso asai nso awo ayo fie ni card sika guso wunya adwuma goso adwuma asai uni so bia obabi a ese okofa enti o card ni so wunya adwuma nti wantimi alodi obaya ne dai sko bedo obaya ne dai Ghana for bibisa o dem ebisi wey aye tirimupo ahiseye boni a omo dwene ho years ago enti won akonyesa omo bere omo sase be opo no e no ma je ahiseye no atumu na mo Chinese for go krom ha ye ahemfo ye ka mo me ye politicians mo ye oh that be gold ye tu ma ye sika ene no mo say nsuo nyina ena muguso na muguso na mo hyehyeko ena mo hyehyeko na ba bi o madino we ene ne ba Ghana ene ye ya na politicians e be ka kram politicians no so munyu ma munyu munyu ba bamu woru do na munyu ba bamu munyu ba ko book card so mo ba ye niema ye be sizi wo unya eti wo so na oba no na say wo sika guso no card no politicians well you will be the same as me eti wo so we ba bi no o card na say wo sika guso na ko bu so no na be bi pepenso bi no ye nyina ne be ye pe se ebi amudo mbotwe makomo ma no ye no mba be ye pe enti ono afa o ne sika ntimi no bi no kono be fa so no muso kwa no ebe ye din na mo de mo ma ye ntina ho ahemfo eni mpanyifo mo Ghana na ye hwe ne saa se o efe o nije o nika o mahom ahoto ma we bia wo mre nti nsu a nyame eye ma me no mu se no anka ye nto ye hwe so ye no eno ya se no ana ne ye bani a ye bono ye bose bono yo babamba ye mi age ejije ho se yese na lady ni kasa na se wa nya adwuma anya bio na afi le credit card ni kuta no wantimi a lodi a ho no be hu se bibi wo yase afa Israel ye nto aso ayesi awo gero ni age onim se bi ba ye mi sika biem Only the second man the card no so if I say aban akasa or say a time is coming and to be out sika will be credium obi pe mu kwa mo to ade na no off ta nti ya lucky usika na face come be so ko do card ade ko bu usia o card na ya lucky it will nya sika no load from o whatever card enter your so simple mo dia mo ne e ba wiase no mo ka say ya gro yo anka ne ye ka no ese se Ghana fo nyina botwi e be bi yati na anka sabri juma de no sponsor enu nti da rubona na mebo no se ye hia sponsors mumra na mo so yasere na juma de yentumi eni na yentu asika ne kese ma Mr. Mankwa na time no yentumi njibi kura nka ho na yemfa ntiti Ghana fo nchire Ghana fo ne eba okay enu nti na me ka chen say sabi ko no se o se o si fia e wo se otumi nya boho uni ska butu boho a e wo se onya underground septic tank na fino o store rain water cause e ko free rain water no e wo sizina nsuo to e wo store cause plant wo yebi e wo suku ni fi I see. Okay. Okay. Na photo ho, to go hey. Okay. Okoko wi a
ko kwatia abetifi pepiase so na no afa no maye enti aban wata no omo nibi
omo yom ho fi so
yeah sai no say no na eba owudi aba
na wo
yes
na wo hu anyi ho fi so a on say ma me no wa betia na on say o kan no fi say onu wo hu say ma me no hu ni so dada
wo hu
si ase ni credit card no tena nso so there wa no nso a
water is life water is life
so we need to know my person control me ni
so me dan mada ya wonti me pro me ya bram me problem okato wa chewu kuni apo say card so me say that ga na me no we na me was alive o ka so me say the baba
sure we are daily graphic Thursday February 2018. Yeah, no more manual payments.
Nah.
Contractors others to be paid electronically.
You can't tell me. We are aware. Yeah, we look at the year 2030.
Yes, of course.
Now, the say, you see, you never take on a fitting baby, not going to phone me. Na koso o medua mo awo buankra medua jam we pasasi bi betume aye sa amo no no buom sorry no buom Johnson sa ko we say bonfa that's what I'm doing.
I don't know.
We are something. I'm say, also me dua GM food no GM rice no e ha na say yeah we dey call the whole Africa Ghana how
number yeah Latin no yes still yeah
e wo buankra no Papa we give one oh we thank God afa we must start here omo the
champion ni pussy
so you say ye dey agba Ghana phone dim nti aye no we start here
pussy
nkonkro so
we am be convince friend say opinion leaders no na ahemfo hu we a ahemfo bi hu we a na ni ade because e dia no man for bre na hwe ne eba de be o de we mfiase se de bia man for enya sika na o mutimi se to o se 2 series no wabu yo e be kaka 2 series no unya bi
World Economic Forum our plans to tax water ye be rushing e be duro
yo enti ni ofa kan no say World Economic Forum for plans oma enwo
on ba rushing water
nti je say what
asat here
na ka say omo kwa na be omo suma ayi ba be piloting omo suma go fa be abed e da be buku amu ebe hwe echi say
we ka fa bi we can I have a good master. So the we can.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
The we can.
Abusha for Israel say on kasa bim. Esan say ni a person de banofa a complete abonetofa amano. Tire say World Economic Forum class wabi. Papa ye friend class wabi. Say we nyina ho hyehyeye. Enti anya won say yes abrofo so e na be ye. We no local man. Baby anya won say class wabi. Ena ba wasuma ba Ghana omo ba yete Ghana be ahwempam jene bibia bawa ha ya ne bi kan ten first enti yase amono ye bi kan be fa enti sa anso so na ene no ma hwe no mo di afara na ya hwe hawa ye be pusi e di akọ sabri sa wani guso a wo hwe me a na me ka wo se Wake Up Africa jumadi e na wo hwe yi na ne ameka ne say ye hia sponsors ebia na owo juma odi juma bi ana owo enema bi apesa obohu dawro sanya Israel consort de spectacle quantum spectacle aba me bohu dawro akira wi spectacle yi de minia bomode na wonsa enka bi na abeboa wo yie pa we nso so there kama say Israel colors different colors and ani nyina black okay enti bamade sa ni ameka ne say o dwumadie bia pese ye mo ho dawuro ema wa aha de authentic niema ye bebo ho dawuro ama o isan say aha no no kure fie anu nti o de dwumadie fa o de bibi wayi fa dwumadie so a megidi say ebeko yie kama ama o frefo afra ba dwumadie so udi ni fa kwa ofrefi hello okay when to me enyira so enu nti se na meka no ebia frefo afra ba dwumadie so hello
good afternoon
udi ni fa kwa ofrefi
me ba to your friend JJ me ka so finish ni wa
me ba to yetie o
because of the mission of Israel, you didn't move myself with me to the answer on many program where I soon as I'm not more calm. See me, I'll come across here. Oh, my baby, or the card neighbor. I remember for a money, Yamisha was a more beer and you power at the real one. And then I had to cry or more ye. Oh, Yamisha, why? Yamisha, Moon to my Jama can be sorry for that. Yeah, me to see me Shamosa, Menamina, Ituana, rather than come up. I'm a job to be on social media.
You, Eddie, brother, Eddie Cosamin Chow, Mano, brother Eddie Cosa Chow, okay, produce a bacope. Okay, you, yeah, that's it. Senior, after for the friend, I say, friend for our friend, you made this within if I call Frefi.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Within if I call Frefi.
Me, Catapulta, we are to your friend apart.
Young Quay.
Me, Madame Martin, Mukugan, Namu, Debia, Mizamupa, Udi, and Papa. What is that to say there? Papa Chabus made a D, and he parted to Abama, Madame Martin. Because in the power, or more, if I go in the party, you can get it quiet, me, tell me a food. Then I'm going to yes, it's a meter. Let me talk and credit card with a meter too. I think I'm going to get a bell, my women. I get a Yahweh. They are what? The young one day in Yahweh, I do any was who look at Yahweh, the edit here for them. I think. Then I will go again. I will be a thing. I will be on my way saying. Almost as you talk about, I know I am talking about who. Every time I talk about over the enemy, I will buy a bread of the enemy by a bread without my thing.
Yes, you that's it. Yes, you that's it. And you all can know, prefer back on or say, yeah, I don't know, classy, a be with her. Like I say, and you come say, jabbing, quality, baby. Fair for our friend, you made this within if I call Frefi. Fair for within any if I call Frefi. Okay, let me say, until Yanka, and Timuni Fisona of Ufro Emra. Like I said, and yet jabbing quao, just say, Adiano, Omato, not to say, or my chassis, or Muya, when you may piloting into a Muya test transmission, you know, like I said, a Fabia, nothing the next after you. Fair for within if I call Frefi. Hello, within if I call Frefi. Ofra, and Tio. Enti o ho anya say be yi wa fi so o fa pa na wadwom o TV no volume no na na me akasa why eye ti phone komo so na yedi anya TV so komo aha o fra we dey phone so komo yesre enti we didn't fa kwa afrefi but o mu yin fi so o tie no yeah hello
good afternoon
we didn't fa kwa afrefi
okay your phone is kuchibu ati what you mati
yankwai
the Damasi, one person can run among the dinner, the movie done of when the Yasu quality and you really know the train. I'm about to cry. That will be about to take to my mother. We are taking corner. And I quite a bit of the gym question, but the other with the team program, you think I'm in question. God, you important, but we are not here, very much into my
that's it.
Now, because of my, because I was so bad, I'm telling you, you're for because You have to be for what it is and tell you for no. And I want 1 year why did not be answer. I'm there almost like also. It's a more we know almost far. I did a down what's ever. It is having no to me any down. It's my local than what you be. Yes,
that's it. And I say Eba, it was say Eba. Why Otiase and the Otiase, I don't see freedom mind movement. You be a point to Oba, we will be Yantiase, no one, and a montu. Fair for our friend, but you didn't for quite free.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You didn't for quite free.
No cash for secondly.
Me too, for another December.
I don't pay quite your day. Empty for man away among the power. 18 day. Them, I do what I mean. This is a shower, and the bit of a couple of that show. Another first toilet started, but you're not first toilet now. Another way I talk about. Close code, but when you could not much. Let's say you can never go up and while I talk about. At the bottom of which is seen what come with them by me, not your own avenue. See, I think it's very good. Or it's come up for them by me.
Yo, yes, now I have
you
I'm say, yeah, that's it. Send your commander banner, yeah, that's it. Try for Afra, but you made this within if I call Frefi.
About me, my hand.
Yeah,
you. What for coming from the detail that me and journey.
Me part of Mate, and Tiana.
What that on my dear Mutreno, the pine swan, and Yakopon Shamana, or any just Uncle Swan, you might do more, the work of Swan. Or I don't know, from the Democrats, you are a trap. And to chat, you know, but here it to be an, and running no matter what I do. What is a year, Lord, the power and our post more, a bylaw, ever more for any. Because maybe a Democrat in it has been arranged already, and we have to apply it and systematic. Now the media law next year, in 24, course right no 2024 year. I say 4 cosmic elements on your couple of my issue, a jack and some other here. And no one saying now, much as I say, if you pass a secret to see a air year for I just thought as I say, which I have like that. And some man, you know, so much things you need to. And this I come from, and from my so I'm going to tell nuclear energy now. You have to buy air. What second research make cry so my year? Up to in a bar, and to find a bar. What is the sort and to send no smart? Or I will declare what I give me. And I think it will be. And the 4 cosmic elements, you know, we are making sure some that told their mind doing a couple of the matter. Our power lamentation says I am an over the Maya. And so I see a Nina and you in our time. And see a bit something and swing that errand. Parliament never yet, and some men share the table quite more demon can come up for sponsor soon, not a run to someone in show, because every moment to remove a bushia, and if you crown, but let me see some. And Kawasan come quite to my debia, now so cut if you could be bomb work and more do, and so be believed that how long we are Kazak, which is out in my in the form, and San Wakasope a funny for, and to your fair canon or so by the media, you know. And when it's so fast, but you know, been more and you need the geopolitical system. Now, after what geopolitical system next year? Yes, I see, and see that and let my family.
Yes, that's a pan, you are the same. That's it. And Gina, and there will not be a bonus. Freedom my movement, be in a point to war. Oh, dear bra, now back, Ubisuya dear. Fair for our bad medals who didn't have our free. So, the baby Christian, yet you.
No, I can say there were finance the more mommy, up to you, nobody. Then phone to much your money. Now, for what to say, I think here the story because of a young border door, at the phone, every story, a young border door. I was on here to put the story. Instead of Denton for service promotion, and said, I was so I want to know someone and the next.
Yeah, that's it. Yo, MC, Mumma and Fa, call okay, last caller. Yo, okay, Frefo wa fra ba djuma de su di ni fa kwa ofrefi.
Hello, good afternoon. Pacho me fefi ko dia.
Okay.
Me me nya na.
Me pacho yo yeti o.
Me pacho dia mo kana no frefi say, me papa wo apebusun te ya me ko sham. Na wo be ko no omo de card na ko no ma kwa ko bunsuo no achia. E wo card na so ni amo kana na ya no kore. Ti me pa mo chomo me che we out I be hu a ya de boy ho ban no ne ya.
Yo, yes, yeah, that's it. And yeah, can say, Mama Wadena program no, Muma Soya Sini, ye here sponsors. And until number, Mube Freno, zero for Quantum Spectacle, no, Pacho, and no number will be to me a freno, 0244 888 910 0244 888 910. We a number, Odia Ofra. Me pacho quantum no obetimi abisa enwa asem bia aha na is right my number no
yo 0244 68 6557.
Okay, number we so number me pacho bia open sem bisa bia aha ana so person be sponsor program na and also ofra 0244 6865 0244 686557. We any numbers are offer jumadi bibia ohwe wo ho bia no onsa ebeka. Wake Up Africa jumadi na sabri wani guso a ohwe e Royal Television so empanyifo a eka me ho ma yedi jumadi wo fire opoku dankwa a wo executive director de ma eku e friend Freedom Mind Movement ode ne ba Israel Nkrumah a ono so national coordinator de ma eku e friend Freedom Mind Movement. Aha ana bebe ma kwan ame de dwumadi ni nyina abayeye me ametena mu se tiame for me di ni Kofi Kumi makramo da se ne be se hia
akwanuma na dia sami akwanuma na dia sami